Hello guys, this is Kevin. On the last video, I unloaded about the Santa Fe and Sorento 2024 model, and suddenly I thought about my car. My car is 2012 model of the Tucson IX, very old model. So why don't I buy the new car? So I bought one. The car that I bought is the Santa Fe 2024 model. So in this video, I will explain you everything about the Santa Fe 2024 model. Let's go! So this one is the Santa Fe 2024 model, and I bought this about 2 weeks ago. The one thing that is very different from my car is when I get closer to this Santa Fe with the key you can see here, or if your phone is connected with the phone, then the car opens the door automatically. So you can see the side mirror open, and when I open the door, I can open the car with the beep sound. You can see the cars, the interior is brown seats, and there are my stuffs here. And the buttons on the left side, there are these buttons for the function of the side mirror, change the location, and lock the button, the window, and there is another button for when the children are on the back side. Then the driver, normally the dad, might be worried about their children. So when you push this button, then the children cannot open the window on the back side. So let's take a ride. When I sit on the chair, you can hear the sound, the welcoming sound. And to start the engine, it's same as the other smart key car. So you push the one button shortly, then you can see the screens here, and you can see you can change the language from Korean to English and English to Korean easily. And this is the accessory mode, so you can use the entertainments here. For this, if there are the people who like to know, then I can explain you later in another video because it takes a long time. Shortly, I will give you the explanation. So for phone projection, you can connect your phone with the car. Then you don't need the key to open the door and to drive the car. And cinemas, voice memo, seats setup, and the others functions as you can see. Actually, you can set up everything on this screen, and when you see the underside, you can see there is a buttons for mainly air conditioning system. So let's start the engine. You push the button one more time. Then you can see the screen is LED. And actually this is hybrid model. So the fuel efficiency is very good comparing to the gasoline. The gasoline model, the fuel efficiency is normally like 8 km per liter, but this one, normally people, they can drive about 14 or 15 km with the 1 liter. So to start the engine, you can push the brake pedal over here, and then when you push the buttons, engine start and stop. And it says ready to drive. So now I can move. You cannot hear the sound that the engine is on because this is hybrid model. So it's very quiet, and the even engine is not working now. So you can drive with the electricity without using the engine. So there is no vibration. But when the electricity is not enough, then the car automatically starts the engine to use the engine. You can see the gauge bar over here. It says high and low. So it's about the battery that this car uses as for driving and turn on the engine. And on the left side here, you can see the number 937 here. And this is for the gasoline fuel, how much it is in the fuel tank. The biggest difference between the Sorento and Santa Fe, which make me to choose this car, is the gear shift. The gear shift normally should be on the middle side here, but this car, the gear shift is over here besides the steering wheel. So it's here, you can see the letter here, DNRP, and by pushing and pull, you can change the gear easily. So now it's parking. So when I try to go forward, then you can just push it like this. Then you can move forward like this. When you try to go backside, then you can pull the lever, then you change to the reverse mode. You can hear the beep sound with the surrounder camera. Normally nowadays there are the camera for showing you what is on the backside here, but there is another camera showing you that what are the around your car. So the picture is my car, and you can see there are the other cars here, so I should be careful. And you can see the green line and the yellow line. The green lines meaning that you should be careful because it is close to my car. And the yellow line is the guideline, so when I go backward, then I will move to that side. And to change the gear to the parking, you have to push the button here, then you can change to the parking. Thanks to the gear shift is over here, the center side is very wide comparing to the other cars. Never seen center of the car is very wide like this, and you can also charge the phone by putting here. There are the two slots, so you can charge the two phones at the same time. And the dashbacks, the center back, you can see it's very deep enough, and when I open it, then the lights automatically on. And one of the interesting things that lots of the people were surprised is normally you can open the center back like this, but for the Santa Fe you can open the center back with the backside too, like this. Isn't that cool? So you can open the center back from the backside, and also you can open it from the forward side too. The cup holders, there are lots of the cup holders. You can see there are two cup holders on the middle side, and you can see there are another cup holder here. And on the passenger side, you can see there are another cup holder here too. For the functions or the air system, you can see here, it's all touch screen. And for the old car, when the weather is very hot, then you have to turn on the AC, and when it's very cold, freezing, then you have to turn on the heating system. But this, you don't have to. It is because you push the button here, auto, then the car automatically set the temperature inside of the car. So it's set it with the 24 Celsius. So if the temperature inside of the car is lower or higher than 24 Celsius, then the car turn on the AC or the heating systems to make the temperature as 24 Celsius. The emergency buttons is here, and the other buttons are very similar as the other cars that I show you on the last video. For the heating seats and the cooling seats, you can just touch it to enjoy it. And for the auto hold, you can see here, this button is when you drive the car and when there is traffic jam, then you have to push the brake pedal so many times. But when you turn on this auto hold buttons, then you don't have to keep pushing the brake button after you stop. So when auto hold is on, then you can see the screen, the auto hold is on. And when you try to change the gear shift to the drive, and then you go forward, and then when you just stop the car, you don't have to keep pushing the brake pedal because the auto hold is on. So when I just stop pushing the brake, then it stops continuously. So you can see the brake pedal here, but the car is stopped continuously. So when there are very harsh traffic jam, it will protect your ankle. Another functions here, there are the drive mode, so you can change the drive mode to change into the Eco, Sports or My Drive. But normally I choose the Eco mode to save the fuel. On the other buttons, you can see this one. Once you go downhill, then you can just push these buttons, then the car will understand that I am on the downhill. So the car doesn't use the engine a lot comparing to the normal road. The next button on the right side, you already saw it. When people park the cars, then you can see the screen here. But when I push the buttons, then you also can see the screen always. It's very useful actually, because when you drive the car, not only the parking, but also when you drive the car and the road is very narrow, so you're not be sure that you can pass this road or not, then you can use this screen to get out from that road. The last one is alarming system. So when the car is very close to the other items, other cars, then let me know by the beep sound. One of the things that Sorento is better than Santa Fe, in my opinion, is the sunroof. Because the Sorento is the panoramic sunroof, but this one is dual sunroof, so you can open the front side only. As other cars, you can see the buttons here, so you pull the buttons to the backward, then you can open the sunroof automatically. And on the back side, also you can pull this button. It's written rear here. So when you pull it, then you can see sunroof open. But that's it. I cannot open the window, but I can open only the shade. On the front side, when I close it, I can close the window, but for the shade, I have to close it manually. Let's see the outside. So when I turn off the engine, you can hear the goodbye sound. And for the seats, it's electric seats, so you can see there are the buttons here. And by using these buttons, you can change your seats very easily. So this one is for your back. So when I push it, then you can see the seats move. And also, you can set your seat height by using this. Going upper and going down. For this one, you can see there is leg seats here. By pushing it to the forward, then you can see the leg rest seats can move like this. This is very helpful because of this seat is very comfortable to drive for a long time. There are also the memory seats, so I already set as I like. So when I push these buttons, then the seats go back to the setting that I set. Like this. On the back side, there are the heating system, the heating seats. And also the backside seats, you can see it's electric. So by using this button, you can change your seat. This button is when you try to go to the back side on the back row, because there are the other seats, you push this button. Then there is space that I can go to the third row. Also there is the button here. When you push this button, then it becomes easier to go to the third row. I will show you the trunk. The back side, which is one of the disadvantages of this Santa Fe, because lots of people, they are saying that the backside of the Santa Fe is ugly, and that's why lots of the people, they are choosing the Sorento. And same as the other recently cars, there are the camera here and also here too. The blade is hidden, so you can find the blade here. And to open the trunk, there is the button on the underside. So you push it, then it opens. You can see the trunk is very wide, and since this is 6 seats, by using these buttons you can use the seats very easily. So it says left and right, so when I push this button, then the lap seats fold. So by using these buttons for the second row, I can fold the seat. Let me push for the right second row seat, then it folds like this. And also by pushing the button again, it goes back. But sadly, for the third row, I have to use this roof here. I have to pull it, then you can open it. There are the 2 seats on the third row, so only 2 people can sit on the back side. Then the trunk size is like this. On the under part, since it is hybrid engine, you can see there is a room for the hybrid battery, and there are the items for supporting the cars. Let's go to the third seat. So when you close the door, you can push the button. Oh, and there is a sunshade here, but you have to use it by your hand, like this. To go to the third row, you push the button here as I show you. Then you can go to the third row. And for the Sorento and the other cars before 2024 model, it was very narrow and not easy to sit on the chair. But for this one, because the backside is very wide and the roof is very high comparing to the Sorento, even Sorento 2024 model, so it's very comfortable to sit. Actually, it's not easy to sit on the third seat for a long time, but I feel it's comfortable, and even more than 1 hour I can sit on this third row. So when I sit on the third row, it looks like this. And the point of view when you sit on the third row, you can see the sunroof like this. You can check that there is the AC conditioners, the systems here on the third row too, and you can charge your phone by using 220 volt, and also there is charger for cable here. There are the other cup holders on the right side and left side too here, and there is a cable chargers here on the left side too. And the lights for the third row, you can see, you can just turn on the light and chill. There are lots of the function of the Santa Fe, especially 2024 model. And that's why I choose the Santa Fe rather than Sorento 2024 model. The one of the things that is very special is there are the air conditioner systems here on the B pillar. So normally you can find the AC systems on the center parts over here, but the Santa Fe, there is this AC system on the pillar, so it might be more efficient to warm the air or cool the air. So here also you can change your seats by using that button, but you have to go forward and backward by using the lever here. I will show you right now here. So there is a lever here, And by using this lever, you can go backward and forward. You can find from the lots of other cars, but one of the things that I was very surprised is because in Korea it's not easy to find the parking lot because the territory is very small and it's very hard to park your car. But by using this key, you can just move your car to the backward and the forward. So there is no way to open the door because there is a wall, for example. Then you can just lock the door and then push this button from the key right away like this. Then the car turn on the engine, and by pushing the buttons here, then it goes forward like this. And also you can go to the backward by pushing the button here. Then the car goes to the back side. To turn off the engine, so you can push the buttons here again one more time. Then so you can turn off the engine. And this is a video of the Santa Fe 2024 model. There are lots of the functions that I didn't explain, but it has been about like 3 weeks that I'm driving this car. So when I find something interesting with this Santa Fe, I will upload it one more time. See you later. Bye.